Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those who are new here, I am Psychic Bella Love. If you wanted to book your own personal private reading with me, all my information is linked in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow on Stationhead because Psychic Carlene and I are on there every Saturday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern. That's where we do all the juicy topics and also like follow-up questions to, you know, like anything that you guys, I did a reading on this week and you wanted to ask any extra questions. So that's what we're going to be doing this week over there. And make sure you follow me on Instagram, Psychic Bella Love. So we're going to take a look real quick on Porsha and Dennis and just see like what's going on with their relationship, because I know he's trying to get her back and she left, but they go back and forth. I don't know like a whole lot, like, because if you watched my Kenya Moore video, you know I said I haven't watched The Real Housewives in a super long time, but I see the blogs and you know everybody's always asking questions about it. So, and I've heard he's called the hot dog man or something, and supposedly he's into animals. So and he sells like wigs or something. That's all I know about him. But Spirit, please join us and answer any questions that we have in regards to Porsha Williams and Dennis McKinley and their relationship, if they are going to get back together, what is going to happen between them. Thank you, Spirit, for joining us and answering any questions that we have. We ask only with the intentional purpose of clarity and understanding, not with any bad intent. Thank you, Spirit, for joining us. Please bless and protect all who we ask upon this reading, as well as all who participate and watch. Thank you, Spirit. Amen. Their daughter is so gorgeous. But I mean, are we surprised? Like, Porsha's a beautiful, beautiful girl. Cannot take that away from her. So, let's see what Spirit has to say. I'm going to try to keep this quick because I have a couple other readings I want to do before it gets too late. Alrighty. Okay, so he's definitely cheated on her in the past. The thing is with him, it's like he begs her back, but then he turns right around and does the same shit that causes her to leave. I do see that there is, you know, underlying energy here. Ace of Cups, Chariot card, and the Empress. It's like leaving the emotional side of things behind, but being more like, you know, like some people are like, I just want all my kids to be by the same dad. And I do feel like Porsha has considered like, well, maybe at least if we just like had another baby, but that would be, I don't feel her being super emotionally attached to him any longer. It feels like whatever was going on, you know, however much she may or may not have cared about him, like he's done so much at this point that it's just like, I can't take you seriously and I can't ever see you that way again, if that makes sense. But I mean, if they do get back together in any sort of way, just, it will be, I mean, at least on Porsha's end of things, to try to have another baby, because I don't see her wanting to get back together. And not only that, I don't see him staying faithful. So, and the thing is that's crazy too, it's like, he will come back to her like begging and begging and begging. Please give me another chance. I'm sorry. Whining and dining her. And then as soon as they're back together, like she's catching numbers on the phone. Or, you know, because some of it's like, oh, we're just talking, we're flirting. Like we didn't actually do anything. All the way down to we was boning. all night long. And it's like, why are you trying to come back to me when you have other, and you know, in your pocket still? Like, that's the kind of stuff that, you know, we may not necessarily 100% be seeing playing out, but behind the scenes, it definitely goes on. They've actually gotten back together that we didn't see, and then turned around and broke up right away again. And it was because things came out. Because there's this Magician card and this Nine of Wands. Like, okay, I convinced you to give me the second chance, but my good behavior was very short-lived. And then, you know, we got another cheating card that came out. And here's Porsha being like, all right, so now we're done again. And it's just like literally, I know the wheel card can mean karma, but in this instance, it literally feels like they are on this wheel where it's like, wash, rinse, repeat, wash, rinse, repeat. But again, like I said, it's like sometimes like when Porsha gives him another chance, it really does feel like, okay, well, I do want another baby. So, you know, but it's not like, I miss Dennis and I love him and I want to work everything out together. No, it's just more of like, you know, maybe we should just have another kid and then I can get rid of you for good. So, let's see. Spirit, are they gonna get back together? Thank you. Spirit just said there's like some person who works in politics that's like trying to woo Porsha right now. Might be like a councilman. It might be somebody who's like a Van Jones type person where they're like a legal commentator, because I keep feeling it being so like their connection and how they originally met was through Porsha's activism and when, you know, the work that she's been doing with Tamika Mallory. And shout out to her because she is the baddest. I love Tamika Mallory. But Dennis is really going overboard. Like, I don't think Dennis knows like about this guy, but it's like he has this sense, you know. Sometimes it's like you just have this feeling like there's somebody around because you're acting differently. But then on the other hand too, you know, it can be really easy to just make that assumption when it's like, oh, well, you don't want to mess with me no more, so you must have somebody else, you know, because he kind of does that too. So he's not exactly sure like what she's up to, and I feel like he's been not publicly but behind the scenes kind of like overboard, blowing her phone up, sending her flowers, you know, oh, I'm gonna buy you a fur coat and take you to Paris for dinner, like that kind of shit. And Porsha's just like, okay, that's cute, and then like she's just over here on her phone like, so Mayor so-and-so wants to eat dinner on Thursday. Okay, I'm gonna go with him. Like, she's more interested in whoever this other person is. And I don't feel like the other guy has made his intentions that he wants to date her clear quite yet, because I do feel like it was almost like they were working together in this, like, you know, other capacity, and it's more so as they've worked together more and more, because of course he thought she was beautiful. I mean, I think any guy in the world would, but it was more as he got to know her, and then of course, you know, realizing like, oh, you really are done with Dennis, you know. It's like, all right, I'm gonna shoot my shot now, you know. So he's kind of trying to like work that foot in the door, so there's the opening to do that. If they do get back together again, they're just gonna break right up again. Because we have the Faith card, Ten of Swords, and Page of Swords. So it's like, even if Porsha went back into this, she would feel like she had to be very guarded with him. Which again, you know, it's because it's like, I can't trust you, so emotionally, I'm not going to be involved. It is with the intention, with the Seven of Coins, about expanding the family with the Ten of Cups. And then the Sun card, Five of Wands, Magician, see, I keep getting the second pregnancy here. The Wheel, the Chariot, the Empress, and then the Three of Cups. So it's like, if they did try, like, even, because it feels like, okay, maybe there is some talk of it, but then it's like, oh, but I found out that you're still, you know, out in these streets. And so then she has to cut him off and go in a different direction. It's just a mess. All right. So let's see. I just want to ask, what is coming for Porsha's love life then? It's like, let's get off the Dennis roller coaster. The hot dog man. Why are they calling him the hot dog man? Is it because he's out there slinging hot dogs to everybody? Guess I don't watch the show anymore, so I have no idea why he is called that. Alrighty. Spirit, what can you tell us about Porsha's love life coming up? Thank you, Spirit. What can you tell us about Porsha's love life coming up? Thank you, Spirit. I mean, let's just face this too. Porsha being with Dennis was kind of almost the same as Kenya with Mark. It's like they got to this point where it was kind of like, oh my God, it's gonna be too late for me. So it was like the first person that came along that was like, you're not hideous, you have some money and you have good genetics, like cool, we're gonna like have a baby, you know. And it was just sort of throwing yourself at something out of like some sort of like desperation. Which again, it's like when you look at it, Kenya and Porsha, I'm like, you guys are two of the most beautiful women. It just really goes to show you that, you know, you can have success, you can have fame, you can have beauty, but if you're not working on the inside, none of that is gonna help anything, you know? You always gotta be making sure that you're healing. Right now, Porsha's most focused on her money and on... This feels like she's trying to start something with like another group of people. It's an offshoot of what she's been doing. It feels like a new project that, and of course, like I do feel like she's going to be working on it with Tamika. Probably with this other guy too that I keep seeing around, that, you know, kind of political, legal person. That is her focus right now, trying to get this off the ground, make it successful, because they're trying to get like everything together. Like, okay, we got this person, we got that person, we got the business licenses filed, you know, we have the foundation name picked out. This is the person who's going to be on the streets heading it. Our office is over here. Like, it feels like that kind of stuff, but it is definitely about pushing for certain like legal changes, like bills, you know, like we want a bill to be passed that cops are being held accountable. We want these things being done. So it feels like, remember you guys, I always say I feel like Cory Booker is going to end up working on some projects with Kamala Harris to do with like justice reform and race relations and things like that. That's what this feels like. They're actually going to end up, you know, maybe being like highlighted somewhere by the White House or talking with the White House, because I keep feeling like they are going to be working with Kamala, Cory, whoever is on this like committee or special project or whatever that is going to come about. I don't know what the right terms are when it comes to stuff like that with government. I'm sorry. But that's where she's really focused right now. But through her work, because her showing up as the Queen of Wands is through her work, but it's work outside of the entertainment industry, and it's about, you know, the other things that she has going on. She's actually going to end up with this King of Swords and the Two of Cups. So Porsha is getting married. And remember, swords also represent air signs, which is Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra is also the sign of justice. So, because a lot of Libras do end up in the legal field. Or try to be Kim K. I'm just kidding. But that's where, you know, he's coming in this sense. for her. This is also, this partnership, this relationship is going to really catapult Porsha into the next phase of her life and into her really, really taking on new projects, more activism. Like, we might see Porsha really out here being like the next Kim K, as in the celebrity who's out there fighting for justice, using their voice, their all of that stuff. I mean, I know she kind of already is anyways, but I'm saying like it will be on like that kind of an elevated level to where we're like, oh my God, Porsha got somebody out of jail. Porsha got these people in jail. Porsha has like been like shouting nonstop from the rooftops. She feels like she has found her purpose. This drives her. This is her passion. And it's gonna be successful. Porsha girl, stay away from Dennis because you're on your destiny path. It's like, just keep moving forwards without him because, you know, here he comes in trying to manipulate things, especially if he feels like, oh, like there is no more chance. But girl, you're about to be so freaking like happy in your love life. Like this guy, because this is the thing too. Porsha's used to men treating her like she's this like pretty little doll that's supposed to sit on a shelf, and it's like, oh cute, you're upset, it's okay baby, we're gonna go buy you a purse and you'll feel better. And whether or not, I mean, I know she kind of played into that a little bit with her relationship with Cordell, her first husband, but she was very young, you know. Over the years, she's really gotten tired of getting treated that way. This guy does not see her that way. He sees her as, I don't give a shit that I have a legal degree and you don't, or that I'm, you know, the mayor and you're not, whatever. Like, to him, it's just like, you're smart, you're intelligent. Like, I see that in you. And that's where it's like, he just like brings out things in her that nobody else really ever has. It's so good for her. Like, it's so good for her. So it's like, please, Porsha, like, this is your like karmic reward. This relationship, and it's also that this guy is like helping you on your destiny path. Oh my God, that's so cute. I was like really like, you guys, like, I know sometimes people give me shit because they're like, oh, all your readings are depressing and negative. I'm like, well, you guys asked me about people in shitty relationships. But I love that I actually got to see that like Porsha's gonna like get something happy, because I'm like, I don't like saying bad things. I really don't. I'm going to be blunt and honest, but I don't want to be the bearer of bad news all the time. I want to be able to be like, hey, good things, guys. And let me tell you this too, you guys. When you guys call me, because I know like people think, you guys aren't all getting bad readings at all. And you know, it's just obviously because we're all nosy. So we're like, oh, why'd they break up? You know, we're looking at crazy situations. So it's a difference. All right. Spirit, is there anything, I mean, is Dennis gonna get another relationship? I feel like Dennis, he'll try to like kind of like, we know, especially when we see Porsha like really out there with this new guy, like Dennis will try to do something stupid to like, you know, like, look, I got an Instagram baddie model is my girlfriend now, and it's like, nobody cares. She's gonna break up with you as soon as she realizes, find somebody that has more money. You know, it's just like, I feel like him kind of doing little silly stuff like that. He really, like, it bothers him. So he enjoys the back and forth with Porsha. Like, don't get me wrong. He's very, like, you know, some people, they really love relationship drama kind of stuff. Like, I feel like he actually, like, really kind of gets off on it in a sense. But he doesn't really take her seriously, is what Spirit is saying, you know. But then it's like, once it's too late, then he's all of a sudden gonna be like, you're the love of my life. Like, I know he says that to her at times, just trying to get her back. But the problem is, you know, then he, you know, is out doing whatever again. But it's like, once like she really moves on and it's like, okay, like there's no more back and forth between us. Like, she met me at the front door for the drop off and pick up of the baby, and you know, didn't want to like talk to me anymore, and she was rushing off to go get ready because she's got a date. Like, then it's like, look, I mean, It's basically the cards of like, I effed up and now I gotta beat myself up over it. And it was because of my wandering hot dog that I'm just assuming that's why they call him the hot dog man at this point. But it's like, it's because of that, you know, that I'm in this situation, and because it is looking back at what you had, which he perceived it to be this happy situation, and then it's like, he will be trying to find, like, preying on it. Might even be, I know he got caught talking to one of those, like, scam psychics one time on Instagram. Like, he might actually do it again, go to a psychic or try to manifest or be praying. I don't think he's actually going to go so far to do voodoo on her or anything. He's not that dumb. But he'll definitely be trying his hardest to, like, get her back. He might get married, but it's not going to last very long, and it really is sort of like this, like, kind of like, oh, I was drunk and the girl was pretty, like, you know, or doesn't last super long, because he just can't stop, he can't make himself be honest in the long run. See, there's always got to be sticking it around. Jesus Christ, Dennis. I didn't know you were that bad. I thought he was just, like, kind of annoying or something. Or that people were kind of like, oh, he's corny, we don't take him serious. Like, I thought it was more along the lines of, like, Safari Samuel vibes. You know, where it's just kind of people are just like, oh, you, okay, you know. I didn't think it was, like, that bad, but, I mean, he doesn't have mean energy like Mark. And so, at least there's that. Because that's the thing that I forgot to say in the video yesterday. I feel really bad for Kenya that not only did she find herself in that situation, but that's the person that she has to co-parent with now, because he will be that asswipe that will be like, you know, I'm mad at you because you called me out on something, so I'm taking you to court and trying to get full custody. I'm calling CPS on you every day. Like, that kind of petty crap. Porsha's not going to have to deal with that with Dennis. He's just going to be annoying and being like, don't you want to get back together with me? And sending her flowers all the time and just doing stupid stuff like that. So, there is a difference, thank God. And I was like, oh God, I can't handle if this is going to turn out to be another Mark Daly situation. But I'm excited for Porsha. Oh my God. So, anyways, guys, I love you all so very much. I hope you all have an amazing, amazing day today. And I will talk to you guys all again soon. Bye.